Yeah, look, I love Shake. I think it should also be mentioned that he covered Bradley Beal for most of the fourth quarter and a lot of the game. And that's a huge vote of confidence.
Yeah, and didn't look bad. Yeah, you can't guard.
I mean, Beal's
Bradley
incredible.
Beal.
Bill's an incredible offensive player, and he's going to get where he wants. But I thought it looked pretty good on him. Running pick and roll for crunch time in the last minute. Drawing contact, not just like driving in and like getting whacked or anything, but like drawing the contact on. It was Isaac Bonga, who's a good defender, but obviously not like a veteran type of player. But like Shake forcing the issue and getting that call is huge and got to the line. And we said on the podcast before, but like people are selling out on his three. Like he hit a couple threes early, and then that just like allows him to pump and go. And it's just he's great. He's on the best contract in the league probably. So
we have both on the team.
We have both best contracts in the league.
Well, I was going to say
Tobias. I would say that the other thing about Shake is he seems to be very smart. I don't necessarily like he plays at his own pace. Obviously, that's like the most noticeable thing you get when you watch him. The shot is consistent and he's using that to his advantage. But he doesn't play. He's not like incredibly smart with the ball in his hands always. Like I'm not like wowed by him manipulating the defense or whatever quite yet. I think he's on the road to being better at that. But what I've been really impressed by is like him on out of bounds plays. It seems like he really sees the court well, both when he's the inbounder and also like cutting to the ball. He's great. I love him. When he gets a pick and roll and he either goes behind if they go behind the screen or he's driving like going left with the rolling big. It's like you just got to pick your poison, and it's so nice to have a pick your poison player on our team where he's got to get stronger. He's got to be able to like finish inside more. It'd be nice if he like dunked a couple times so like he's not having to lay it up softly and stuff. But there's just really a lot to like about his game. And, he's a plus 33. He's very, very important to this team. He's probably the third most important player on the team. It's really nice. And it's what a gift it is that they lucked into this guy in the late second round that they didn't trade up for. It's not like they were like, okay, we'll draft Landry Shamet and we'll like go and get this guy because he's available because we love him. They stayed put at whatever 54 that they were at.
Well, and also nice that we didn't lose him in some roster crunch because he didn't look good right away. You know?
And they didn't have Stauskas and Okafor to make sure that they had a roster spot for. It's just really I'm very happy on the team. I want to just give him more money. Like Tobias should just be like, here's $10 million. Like Tobias should if Tobias was as good of a guy as we're led to believe he is, he should give Shake $10 million. He should televise it. We should be able to watch. It needs to be like an event series. He has to. Like I'll let Tobias like decide if he wants to do it on his own. But if he doesn't decide within the next like couple weeks, I'm gonna like show up at his door and be like, Tobias, give Shake $10 million.
Yeah, it's like Maxey has to go get the food orders and Tobias has to go get $10 million for Shake before they trade him.
It's not like Tobias, like he's making $34 million. All right, let's talk about Tobias. So over the course of the past couple of days, I forget when it was, Doc was like, we just need him making quicker decisions, not getting into his, I think he says like his like Tobias plays. And it's like calling the plays that we don't want you to do, Tobias plays or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Remarkable. Like, dog, he's so bad. He's so bad. He's not bad at 34 million. He's bad at like the mid level. Like he's awful. And maybe he like gets back to where he was, like whatever. But like right now, these 3 games that we've seen him play this season have been so bad in so many ways. He had 3 drives in a row at one point. Charge, missed floater, short by about a foot and a half. Charge. And he had a missed putback dunk that he tried to do with one hand, like over the like cartoonishly missed. Everything is so they didn't like give him the ball in his hands that much, but every time he got it, it was like he's doing the, Carmelo 2006 stuff. He did take a couple quick threes. Great. But he missed them because he's not a good catch and shoot player. Like the thing that he's best at this point is helping guys off the floor when they fall down. And that's a nice skill. I'm sure it's great for morale. Very helpful. But like, I mean, $35 million a year. I would like someone that can do a little bit more. And I just, here's a remarkable thing, like, remarkable thing that they gave him that much money, and I'll never get over it.
The good thing is
quicker decisions.
Each year for the next 3 years, his salary is going to go up.
That's right.
Yeah. So
quicker decisions. We just need to teach this guy's brain to be better.
Well,
when he plays.
So he is a pretty
ninth year in the league. Maybe he'll learn. Fuck?
If we back it up a bit, he's a pretty good player. I don't think so anymore at this point. Well, but okay. So he's had two preseason and this really bad games. I think it's possible that he is aware of. There are some players in the league now, in the history of the league, that have been way overpaid and probably truly don't give a fuck. Fuck it, I don't care. I earned it, whatever. I think there's probably something going on in his mind where I would imagine he is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Stressing isn't the word, but like, I imagine everybody
is. Everybody's got that at all time. Don't make me feel bad for him.
No. I'm just explaining, like, I almost want to just forget about him and maybe he'll at least get back into being normal, because I do think he could be a helpful player, but he looks as bad as he's looked since he's been here. I mean, just terrible, just completely. Everything takes long, everything. And it's all wrong and none of it works. He does look terrible. Absolutely terrible. I agree.
I'm going to posit a totally insane, like a thing that you're going to hate. You're absolutely going to hate it. You're going to hate it. You're going to be so mad. And this is unsubstantiated. It's unverified. It's pure speculation, because I'm like, watching him is absolute torture. I think he got COVID over the summer. I think his brain is different. Like he's absolute. It's so evident. Like something is not right. It's wrong. It's just all wrong. And if that's the case, I feel worse. I feel bad that I am going so hard at him, but holy shit. It is really, truly torturous. Watching him. He is quickly vaulting up the rankings. Obviously, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Everybody likes him. He's a great guy. I love him. Tobias is the best guy. He's so important to the community. He's so helpful. And loves the rookies. And oh, what a nice thing. But it is shocking watching him play, seeing how utterly useless he is in multiple ways all the time. I'm so glad that he wasn't on the podcast ever, so that I don't have to feel like we can't say it.
And by the way, here's the truth is that being a good guy is wonderful until you suck. And then it doesn't matter.
Or be a good guy on the bench.
Yeah.
If,
here's the worst.
If B-Ball Paul, my guy B-Ball Paul Reed, was a great guy and never made it, wasn't a really NBA player, and was on a two-way and barely played and came in at crunch time and sucked, it'd be like, oh, that's so much fun.
Justin Anderson.
Great. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Be a great guy, but you can't be a great guy and be in the starting lineup at suck.